Show, Peter G Show, divorced dad, single dad, divorced dad, single dad. Peter G Show.
Wow. Wow. 2 weeks in a row. Facebook didn't want to let me start up. I don't know what the deal is, but it just put me into oh shit mode, and we're 9 minutes behind. 9 minutes behind the hour. At least for my show. Jesus. Sorry, folks. It's not me, but I love you for hanging in there and waiting on me. And the bad part is I got things to talk about, but I got V from the Red Pill Hardcore Show, Republic Broadcast Network, waiting for me overseas. And I'm supposed to be on in 1 minute. Tonight we're going to be talking to V because I've been watching. It's killing me too, but regardless whether you love me or hate me or love whatever I'm going to talk about or hate it, I had to watch the Democratic National Convention, which spins my mind. All this crap just makes me really crazy right now, and I'm really sorry, but it just does. It just does. And we're going to talk about it because these are the times we live in right now. I don't want to, and when I called V and asked him to chime in, he's like, dude, I thought you talk about divorce and single parenting and all that. It's like, yeah, I do. Talk about a lot of stuff lately because that's life. My head is spinning right now. Real quick, could not be here. I can't believe I'm blowing through this now. Bolt Energy. Love my Bolt Energy. Could not be here if it wasn't for Bolt Energy. And I got to keep on moving. But if you want to get some Bolt Energy, go to www.drinkboltenergy.com and ask them, hey, where can I find it? They're new. I love Bolt Energy because there's no preservatives. It's a cleaner energy drink. I'll pop open a can right now. It tastes good, too. That's a really big deal for me. I need this right now. I was going into oh shit mode. I hate that. Technical problems. Love you guys. Oh my god, good. It's just refreshing. I like it ice cold. It just gives me that pop. Gets my ass in gear. Anyway, share. Let's do some watch parties real quick. V's going to be wondering, where the hell am I? I got so much stuff. This is it. I swore I wasn't going to go over it tonight. Share. Uh-oh, wrong one. I need you guys to start the watch parties, okay? Man, that just makes me crazy because I want to make sure I see what you guys are doing. Oh, boy. I want, if you got questions tonight, I want you to text them to me because I have yet to figure out how to get whoever I'm talking to on screen to be able to talk to you. But if you got questions, I'll answer. We'll go through it. It just drives me nuts. So many things. PJ Schrantz, love you. Got things to talk about this week. Maybe Wednesday or Thursday, if you're free. I'm too busy ripping my hair out over here. It's all about production. Since this COVID thing, they've kind of let me run on my own, and that's not a good thing. Not a good thing. I want you to start those watch parties. I gotta call V from the Red Pill Hardcore Show. I need to call him right now, but I need to start this watch party so I can see you guys and see what you're writing. Like your video. Okay, I think I got it. Everything is going crazy. I don't know if it's the heat. I don't know what the hell it is, but I'm glad at least the show's finally cranked up. Sorry we're having trouble playing this video. I'm having trouble playing a lot of stuff. Anyway, okay, I'm going to give him a call, and we'll keep going. But watch parties, people, I'm telling you, it's how we're doing it, and I'm very grateful for it. I'll talk about everything else later on, but here we go. Let's do this, because I know he's waiting for me going, what the hell? And I don't blame him. There we go. Mm-mm-mm-mm. 2, 3 ringy dingies. Probably fell asleep. You know, it's 5 in the morning over there. 5 in the morning, I got this guy. And we spoke 2 hours ago, so it was 3 in the morning. He probably forgot about me. Fell asleep. Oh, dear. Hey! Thank God. You with me? How you doing?
I'm doing all right.
So as if, you know, there wasn't enough, like I hit wrong buttons 2 hours ago when I was talking to you. Last week, Facebook was just like, the minute you hit start, it wasn't starting. And it would just keep spinning. It wouldn't engage. And again, I started the show. It wouldn't start. It kept on just spinning. And it wasn't anything on my end because I kept bypassing everything. So I'm 10 minutes behind. I literally, you know, it took me 8 minutes to get the show up and running. Not good.
It happens.
Yeah, I know. I'm on Facebook platform. That's the problem. You know, I'm on their rules, and it's got its pros and cons. I get comfortable, everything's running great, and then all of a sudden a new reminder that, you know, life isn't that easy. So, okay, let me start from the beginning. And again, I apologize. I'm a couple minutes late getting to you. But
okay, so we're on the air right now?
Yeah, we're on the air right now.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Okay. You should have just stayed in your jammies.
Hey, I'm always fired up, ready to go.
All right, so let me start from the beginning because I had to skip through 8 minutes worth of stuff that I was supposed to talk about, and I had to just blow it all off. But, ladies and gentlemen, from across the sea, the ocean, my friend from the Red Pill Hardcore Show on the Republic Broadcast Network, correct? My friend,
that is correct.
My friend V, who was on, I don't know, a couple of months ago, and I just you know, here's the thing about you. I called you and asked you to chime in because I wanted to do a little bit of overview over the recent Democratic National Convention, and you said, I don't really do politics, or I don't dig politics. I think everything you do is beyond politics, but it's politics.
Well, exactly. I try to get down to the core of things. I try to specialize in psychological warfare.
Well,
it's
psychological, all right. I mean,
yes.
Don't you think? Because we got people that I love, you know, people that I absolutely love, and they're hating each other because it's like, are you Trump or are you know, Biden? And it's causing a division, and you know what's going on, right?
Oh yes. Well, the dog and pony show, the wrestling show, the soap opera that we all tune into every day or from time to time. It's just that. It's a show. The politics, you know, you want to talk about Biden, you want to talk about Trump. Although, as many points as you can make about whatever subject on either side, you have to look at that as basically icing on the whatever, because typically people don't want to go deeper than that because, you know, the taste of what's underneath is not very pleasant.
True, but a lot of people are watching this stuff and they truly believe, like whether you're Trump or Biden, and they're believing, and we're going to get into that, and we're going to focus on the Democratic side because next week is going to be the Republican thing, and believe me, I'm going to talk about that with another talk show host. But you know, but I just had to have somebody who pays attention. You know what I mean? To, like, whether you love me or hate me, I'm going to say some stuff, and some people are going to be happy, and some people are going to, you know, start getting all pissed off. What are you going to do?
Well, you know, again, it's whatever you want to talk about. I mean, there's always a scandal going on, and something that I find to be very true is that our relationships are, you know how you said it, they're affected, but at the same time, we mimic what we are shown, and it's not the other way around. So when we see this division everywhere, that is, you know, divide and conquer, correct?
Right.
It's the MO. Okay, so that's what it is. There's always going to be daddy and mommy are fighting. You know, when you see Trump and Hillary going at each other, it creates a traumatization, a post-traumatic society, and so we don't know, if up is down, and when our heads out of the water, we don't know.
Okay. But the thing is, how, I mean, because again, I've spoken about this and I've said it a million times. The problem I'm having is I'm saying something like, how can you believe this stuff and like so and so? And then somebody else who likes so and so is saying, how can you believe this stuff and like the other guy? Okay? Whether you love Trump or hate Trump, and I mean, they're painting this picture that he's ruined everything. It's all his fault. Nobody remembers a few months ago, before this all started, we were in the highest economy, whether you like him or not. I mean, life really wasn't that bad. But all of a sudden, now he's a hard ass. He's rough around the edges. There's no doubt about it. But I don't think anybody paid him, or he's not supposed to be Mr. Nice Guy. Iran started getting in our face. He told him he's going to punch him in the face in his own way. And he kind of did, and they threatened, but they didn't do nothing. I mean, so am I going to be upset what he did? No, he protected us. Now you got people who have been in office for decades saying they're going to make changes. Who do you believe?
Definitely not people who have been in positions of authority for too long. Listen, if you have somebody who's a career politician, that's no different than saying that person is an aristocrat, is some sort of royalty. His power is heretical. Okay, that's not the case. If you are in term and you don't get any of your goals done, no, wait, I need another term, and another, and another. There's something wrong. The way we have tolerated this mess it's unbelievable. We should have terminations of our public servants. That's what they swear in to be.
Right.
Terminations when goals are not met. They should have their syllabus, their goals. When they don't meet these marks at a certain time, out you go.
So what you're saying, these people have been in office, Congress, for 40 years, making a huge living. So, I mean, this is what I believed. I believed that, Trump had enough of that, too. And it's like, out with the old. I mean, The Simpsons, the cartoon The Simpsons, they would change writers every 2 or 3 years. Not that they were bad, but they just wanted fresh stuff. And I'm sorry, I believe it. I believe that these people are, and they fought him tooth and nail. It's not, and now he's the bad guy. And imagine if we all banded together, if they were on his side, how much more could have gotten done. Now, regardless, again, there's going to be people saying he's the devil and screw Peter and all this and that. I'm sorry. I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. And now we're putting together Kamala, Harris, and again, because she's black. I don't even know if she's black. Is she black?
Can tell you.
I don't think she's black. I think she's acting more black right now, but I think she's Jamaican, Indian, or Indian and lived in Jamaica, I'm sorry. I don't buy. I didn't see. My problem is I didn't like her before she came to be the hero. Now everybody's, God bless her. She's going to save the world. I'm afraid to take that chance because I just feel it's a put together. Your take?
Well, we are a part of the pyramid. Okay? There's 3 levels of the pyramid. You have the people, you have the priesthood, and then you have the king. Something that you see changing throughout history on a regular basis, whether a king, some regency, monarchy changes, officials get elected and booted out of office, whatever.
Right.
The king is the sacrificial piece.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you got to look at it in reverse. The people are the power. The people, if the people were knowing that they were the power, we the people, then we wouldn't tolerate a lot of things. So between us and the king is the priesthood. Now that is your intelligence agencies combined with your corporate politicians. Okay,
Right.
that because that never changes. If it does change, it's more corruption, and they get richer and richer and more powerful as
Right.
time goes on.
Right.
We as a society should be holding everyone accountable. Okay, the priesthood. I mean, you can even take that literally. Catholic Church. What's going on in the Catholic Church right now? Major corruption. Okay,
Right.
and that's not anything new, of course, but the people are waking up, and as they're waking up, the establishment is getting scared. That's why they got to pull out these biological warfare and political hooplas, the false flag stuff. People, whatever happens in the news, I want people to understand, whatever happens in the news, you really should take it as a sign that you need to do something. You see a terrorist attack, anything like this, you know this false flag, there's a political agenda. People are not questioning the priesthood.
They're just believing.
They're just believing.
You bring up you bring up a valid point, because anybody who's seen any old movies like Caesar and all this, and if you think back to those movies, when he was talking, they'd all be talking behind his back and talking about what they wanted to do, and he had to make them happy, or they were going to have him killed and things like that. I mean, same basic principle. This goes back to ancient times. That it was the priests, anything, the Lord of the Rings. I mean, it was the plot was still the same. You had whoever was running the show, but then you had the people, underneath him really calling the shots, and he was just the one sending the message. Correct?
Correct.
Listen, people. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Because I don't buy this Democratic thing. It's just kick. It's going to get really, really nasty. It's going to get very nasty.
We know how upset Obama was with the NSA spying on him. And then as soon as he gets in office, guess what? He expanded their powers exponentially. Does that tell you how quickly they will show you ownership? Well, at least the supposed king. In our case, our presidents.
Right.
Now, with Trump's ego, I think that's what we are all used to, seeing his ego, his hubris. And that does clash with the establishment a bit. But what do you see going on? He's in line.
Right.
He's towing the line. Now, for someone to be as rich as he is,
yeah.
I mean, I don't know. There was a little bit of hope there, and I understand why people had hope. Someone like that, yeah, you don't have to be owned by the establishment. You're already making money. But what people don't understand is that the more money you have, the more you want. It's called greed.
Right.
Trump is invested in the pipelines. Trump was, has his hands in everything, even the vaccine.
Yeah.
He's got his hands in that.
He does?
Money. Oh, yes.
Trump.
It's Trump.
Well, you don't think so? He's in cahoots with the Democrats?
But I don't truly think he supports it. But Trump is a deal maker. He wants to make the money. He's going to go with the sure bet. He looks at being president as being an insider, and he gets to make that extra money. So it's not hard to keep Trump in line. I've seen the confliction on his face. He knows when he's doing something wrong. He knows when he's saying something wrong.
He says a lot of things wrong. I mean, because he snaps too quick. But the lesser of both evils?
You gotta watch the money. You gotta watch the money. So whatever Trump is doing, I say hop on the bandwagon, get your money, so that you can have your own FU money and opt out. That's as good as politics is going to get. Really.
I get it, but the thing is, right now we have, with this coronavirus, the states, everything's gone to shit. The economy's gone to dump. Everything's being blamed on this man, which I really disagree. It's not his fault. It's not that easy to pick up the pieces when you got. He's had people kicking him since day one, and he still manages to get up and somehow still fight the good fight, or at least show that there's something he did that is out of the ordinary that most haven't been able to do or wouldn't do. Whether it's North Korea, and if it's show or no show. The man in North Korea was threatening to send missiles over here. He called him Rocket Man, and then ends up shaking the man's hand saying, listen, come, get with the program and we can help your country prosper. Now, where it's going, I don't know. But, I mean, who the hell else has done that besides that basketball player? What's his name?
Dennis Rodman, yes.
But I mean, he's been kicked by his own Congress. They want him out, and we know why they want him out, because he's ruining their game. Correct?
I think he's making some power moves behind the scenes once again with his investments, even after he gets out of being president.
Yeah,
he's going to have more power than he would be if he were president. That's the thing.
You think he's going to lose?
I don't know whether he's going to win or lose, but I'm saying as soon as he leaves presidency, he's going to be more powerful than ever.
Oh, sure. But the thing is, you want him doing things while he can, because then otherwise he's going to just be doing stuff for himself.
Right now, that's all he can do. I know he does, but he puts on a good show. He has done some good things. And for my entire existence, the only president that I like that has lived, while I was alive, it has been Trump.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Yeah, Kennedy's the last one I can think of, and he didn't make it too long.
Right. Well, I mean, that was before my time.
Well,
but
you still know the history.
Correct, yes. I mean, that's really the day America truly died.
Yeah.
When JFK was assassinated.
Somebody wasn't having his game plan.
Right. So we see what's going to happen. We all see what's going to happen if Trump wants to really go against the establishment. He got into office saying he's going to clean out the NSA, the FBI, the CIA, get all the corrupt people, yada, 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 have them arrested. And next thing I know, he's given the CIA the authority to basically assassinate anybody and not document it.
What do you mean assassinate?
Just kill.
Well, like where?
Drone strike. Anywhere around the world.
Oh, okay. I mean, I know that they hit that general over there, but I'm sorry. That wasn't because he's just, not he didn't pay his parking tickets. I mean, sometimes you got to make a point. Don't fuck with us. And he did. And then they threatened him, and they did nothing. Because they know what's going on. I mean, you know what's going on. Look, you got to make some.
You can give your military the authority to do that. He's got the DOD at his beck and call, but to deal with the intelligence agencies, and especially the worldwide renowned terrorist organization known as the CIA, to give them extra powers underneath acts that they don't even have to.
Yeah, but you're going into things right now that most people don't even know about.
Well, I mean, but that's the thing.
I know. You're trying to let's wake up, right? It's
psychological warfare and politics that you guys see on TV. That's the Tea Party. That's the Tea Party you have with your daughter.
Yeah.
But imaginary tea out of little pink cups.
Yeah.
But that's not the real world.
Oh, it isn't the real world. That's the problem. I feel like, if there is anything, I mean, let's face it, he's got to do something for, the economy did pick up. Things were thriving. Regardless, I mean, it's no perfect world. You can't expect somebody there's a gazillion issues daily that he has to deal with. I mean, I would never want that job, even if it's fake or whatever. But, meanwhile, while he's getting kicked, Hillary Clinton's going to court, because she's been subpoenaed to court and for things that went on in the past. There's so much stuff. The machine is beyond belief of what's going on. So what do you do? I mean, at the same time right now, we got this new, they've had, 3 years of trying to take this man out of office and haven't succeeded. They've done everything in their power to, like, even waste time and let less things get done because they want him out because it's time for, he's screwing up all these old people in Congress's gain, their incomes and all this, and they've had it pretty cushy all these years. And so now they got the new savior, Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, and they're going to save the world, but nobody's told me how they're going to do it. Besides, he's a bad man, and they're going to be softer and gentler. That's all.
Creepy Joe Biden.
80-something years old. Where? 80 years old?
He's a creepy old man.
I mean, how many years has he been in office?
And the fact that the scandals, he's surrounded. Why do we have all these people running for office with these scandals?
Because nobody's talking about them enough.
Well,
and nobody believes them.
Hillary Clinton's emails and all that. Now we have Joe Biden, who has a son who's in trouble with Ukraine over some deal.
Yeah, oil over there or something.
The oil.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But they haven't talked about that in a while. That came up last year.
Right. So we got too many politicians that own a part of big oil, or there's something. There's always a gimmick. There's always double dipping. There's always somebody trying to pat their own pockets, and they're doing it in the name of we're going to make life better for you. But I haven't seen it.
Right.
We took over the Middle East basically. Has gas prices gone down? No, they went up dramatically.
Yeah, they're about neutral. I mean, average now. They haven't skyrocketed. They took a big dip because nobody was driving, which was cool, but nobody was driving to use it.
With our control over the oil over there, we should be paying gas prices from the 1950s. Okay.
But no, there's no doubt. There's stuff in their pockets. Nobody in oil is poor.
Right.
Sucks, but true. But okay, so wait, hang on. Let's review. So I want to make sure that you're telling me that if people have been in office for years and years and years and haven't made much change, it's time to go. I mean, let's just. I mean, that's a big. Do you think that is a huge problem with this country? Is that the people in office have been there way too long and they've lost touch of what really, really is important, except for the baloney that comes out of their mouth?
Well, if you've been a politician for 20 years and you've never complained about a death threat, if you've been a lawyer for 20 years and never had your license threatened to be pulled. If you are a journalist and you've never been censored, it goes along that's what a lot of thinking. There's going to be people after you if you're doing the right thing. That's just how corrupt our establishment is. Okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've been censored left and right. I have been, I've survived a couple of murder attempts.
Great.
The whole gamut. They kept me out of the jails, though. They didn't want me going to any jails for my ability to rally people.
Right.
Terrified I'd take over a prison. I don't blame them. But, so, I mean, I have whistleblowers that work with me. My show Family Case Files, for example. My primary legal advocate and advisor is Joanne Dennison from Joanne Dennison at Law. Now, she had her license pulled some time ago because she flat out accused a judge of being corrupt. Now, she still works. She still does her legal stuff. Her knowledge is still there, so I mean, it's not like she can stop helping people. But she's gotten people kicked out of course. Judges removed. I've actually helped her remove one or two. So
It seems like such a needle in the haystack.
we need to take powers for ourselves. Okay, that's what I'm trying to illustrate here.
Right.
Forget the bar license.
Right.
Forget a badge. Forget, whether you're sworn in to an office or not. You can do their jobs better than they can. And if you do it, if you see somebody doing it, you gotta support them. We're supporting the system. Why are we supporting a system that's trying to kill us?
What choice do we have? I mean, I don't mean
Well,
supporting, but it's like everybody's so busy hustling and families, and you know what I mean? It's like you're just kind of going and going, well, this is what's supposed to happen with the people who are supposed to be doing this shit. Not us. We're just supposed to exist and do good and be good and make progress in our worlds, but everybody has a purpose, right?
and that's the thing. Most people are not living their lives. People are living the lives that were given to them or selected for them. Okay? I'm not even living my life. I'm on plan B right now. Okay? This
Okay.
was not the way things were supposed to be.
I gotta
But
say
I do understand that there was a need, and I need to fill that slot. And I'm going to uh, maintain and do my duty, do due diligence to fight for my rights and the rights of others around me. It's time. It's really time. It's time for people to give up the materialism. It's really time for people to stop with all the fake BS. Okay, all these prom kings and prom queens out there, wannabes. Where are the Paul Revere's at? Where are you know today's Benjamin Franklins? I mean, come on.
question for you. Michelle is asking, how can this be fixed? The protesting, the riots, it's not the answer. Defunding the police, it's not the answer. How do we get our power back? Besides,
Disconnecting from the system as much as humanly possible.
I mean, you
And
can't, another revolution, you know?
well, I don't know if I talked about this on your show previously. I know people don't want to fight. I know people don't want to have bloodshed. That's understandable. It's very understandable. So there are other ways to do it.
Like?
I'll give an example, something I came up with. I call it the $50 revolution.
$50 revolution.
$50 revolution.
Do tell.
I'll give an example. These insurance companies, they soak up all our money. We're required to pay them by law. When it's time for them to pay us, they don't pay out, right?
Right.
So there are so many people with complaints about this. There are so many people who are not happy with having these jobs, where their managers, their directors, their team leaders are psychopaths. They're only there to slave drive you, make sure you're making that money. Forcing you to do things that are against your moral judgment. So you get these people together, and I'm going to say, let's just give it a number. In the United States, let's say there's 100,000 people who are dissatisfied with their insurance company. Now, I'm lowballing that, but if you you put all these people together, okay, 100,000 people, each person puts in $50 to create their own insurance company to which they have a share in, okay? You bring in these people who are dissatisfied working for these con artists and criminals. You have your own company.
But see, that takes a lot of drive to, like, you got to get the right people, because most people go, oh, well, that sounds great, I'd be in, but who's going to figure that
There's a
out?
lot of people who will fight the insurance company to the death. They'll fight any agencies to the death.
Then
They're
how
that pissed.
long before that gets going and it's all great, and then somehow or another somebody starts corrupting it?
Well, that
Like unions.
That's the thing, though. If you own a piece, you have a say. A company having true democracy because you're a shareholder. Okay,
Hmm.
uh, you because you're gonna pay out that $50 anyways to the insurance company.
Right.
You're not gonna have anything, but you pay $50 towards your insurance company. That money's basically coming back to you anyhow because you own the company.
Right.
And so it works itself out. So put that model to pretty much anything.
Hmm.
Internet service provider, uh,
Uh,
police department, anything like anything.
right.
Well, private security, you'd have to say that.
I mean, we
But
live in a free country, and capitalism is, it is free enterprise. I mean, we can do it. Speaking of can't doing it, real quick, because I was messed up. Did I tell you that tonight's show is brought to you by Bolt Energy? Electrify your senses. Free enterprise.
there you go.
No preservatives. Tastes great. Less filling. Sorry. I mean, I was just, but it's true, though. Tonight's show is brought to you by Bolt Energy. I had to rush through it. But again, somebody allowing me, I can do that. And because I feel strongly about it and I'm sponsored. But, there's guys like America Strong USA that I am totally behind. These guys are about first responders and backing people that mean something to this country. But how far can we go with it? I mean, because they're banding together. Basically, people are banding together with this whole America Strong USA thing.org because they're sick and tired of everything going awry. And it's a movement that is growing. And now they're getting sponsored by NASCAR and things like that. The name, the word, and I'm hoping that everything stays on the straight and narrow because I'm very much a part of this whole deal because they strongly believe in taking back our country. But
We have to take over the infrastructure. Every bit of it that we find to be important.
can I quote you on that?
Yeah, absolutely. We know how terrible Facebook is, so
I
people
know, and
get
I'm on
together.
it.
Yeah. So
I'm here to make a difference,
there
though.
has to be
You
an
know what I mean?
alternative.
Yeah.
There has to be an alternative to everything. I know the government loves knocking off competition and making things legal, but they really can't. It's it's a capitalist country and turn into a capitalist world.
Right.
So we need to start becoming owners and not slaves,
Right.
not the owned.
And if you and look, somebody's got to work for somebody. We need that too, but taking care of everybody, or to within reason. Everybody can't be at the same level, but the thing is, there's dignity. There's pride of ownership. There's taking care of your people. I mean, it's just family based. Just be a decent human being. But there's always a catch to everything, and that's what sucks. And I want to blow through a few questions for you because once again, I know I'm
Well,
going to
actually,
what.
I was going to ask you how long we got. I just got a notification from my computer here that it's about to shut off. I got to get the power plug. So if
You
you
got
want
to
to do
do
that
what do you got to
sponsor,
do?
I got to get the power plug.
Okay, hit the power plug. That means you're getting ready to cut off, or you got to get
That'll
up.
take me 30 seconds.
Okay,
I'll be
30,
right
30
back.
seconds. All right, this just in. While V from the Red Pill Hardcore Show at home in Europe right now, giving me the time at 6 o'clock in the morning, and we've been talking since 3 o'clock this morning, his time. Kind enough to chime in and just do it from home and talk to me because it's so friggin' early in the morning over there. Got to give the man props because he cares. And that's very, very cool, and I'm very thankful. Again, you can catch V on the Red Pill Hardcore Show. You can just Google it. He's on the Republic Network. I mean the Republic Network broadcast system. Red Pill Hardcore Show, featuring V. He's got many shows and some documentaries because he's all about the deep state and things like that. I mean, things that get really, really deep. I'm trying to stay in the middle here because, here in the States, right now we got a major, major issue, and it's driving me nuts. You know, God knows this week I can't even imagine what the Republican National Convention is going to say. But last week, I mean, I was screaming at the TV because it just seems so friggin' phony. And for those of you who believe, I understand, but don't get mad at me. I just don't. I just don't feel it. I just don't. I don't feel it at all. I don't know if he has to change the hamsters on the wheel to make the power over there in Poland. I don't know what V's got to do. But seems like the chair is moving, and everything is just tonight's been. I don't know what's going on. Like I said, I had a hard time getting fired up with the whole show. Hey, and we're back, and he's got to put his earbuds in, so he doesn't even know I'm talking to him. Woo! But I got a bunch of questions to ask him, and I'm going to end up going overtime because I started the show 8 minutes late, and that has never happened. Show always went on, whether audio was all screwed up or whatever. We've always managed. Hey,
Apologies to your audience.
that's okay. Listen, this whole night has been a screwy startup, but we're here, and anybody who knows this show and what I do, hell or high water, we show up.
Exactly.
We show up, man. No, ain't nobody going to stop me. Even at my worst, I'm at my best. And somebody said to me, I don't even want to get into it, but I was doing something else, and they go, if you only put in that much effort like you do with your show, and it's like, screw you. I go, I've worked hard for my show because I've been working on it for way longer than what you're asking me to do for you, and don't even go there. This is beyond. This is my blood. So I believe in what I do, just as you do the same. Otherwise, you wouldn't be up at 3 in the morning talking to me, and now it's 6 in the morning, and we're still talking. Right? Exactly. Okay, so here's what's happening. You all good now?
Yes, all good.
While you were away, I plugged your show again, but I want to, and we'll do it before you leave. But I want to ask you some quick questions, and we're going to blow through it because I know I'm going to run over anyway because I started 8 minutes late, which is the first time. I usually start on time. Whether it works or not is another story. I've had audio problems in the past and all kinds of problems, but buzzes, hums, you name it. But this time, this is the second week in a row, like you go to hit start and Facebook was just like circling like a circle, just not happening. And it wasn't my connections or anything like that because we have 3 different ways that we go out, can go out, and none of them worked. But anyway, here we go. I saw this week what's called deep fake videos. Are you familiar with that term?
Deep fake videos.
Yeah, deep fake videos is where people take a video and they're so good with Photoshops or they're such good editors, they can make Barack Obama, if you have the voice for it, they can make him be saying different things by editing, like working different lips. You know what I mean? Now you know what I'm talking.
Yes, that's old technology. Very old.
Okay, but people, how many? Something goes on the internet. They have a bad picture of somebody because that all it takes is getting a frame where your eyes are half open or something like that, and they go, "Look at so and so, a friggin' schmuck," or this and that. It's just, and then they write underneath some kind of caption that just, kicking them in the nuts or her or whatever. Okay, deep fake videos. How many of these do you think are out there, and how many people do you feel believe everything they're watching?
Well, did you ever hear that conspiracy about Hillary Clinton having a clone?
No.
Because, she was at some location. I think
one's enough.
Yeah, she had sort of collapsed or something like that. She was being carried away by bodyguards. But on that very same day, she also made an appearance at somewhere else across the country. How can she be in 2 places at once?
Do you believe that was true?
I did not see
because I think
the examples of it. So, but I'm just bringing that up because, again, psychological warfare. If they want to lie to you, they're going to lie to you in the best way that they can. If they have to replicate someone else,
yeah, there's people that can look like somebody.
They'll do it.
There's people that can look like somebody. I'm talking about there's a lot of video. I mean, the internet's full of it, and where they master redoing the speech and saying something that really was never said. That if you have a kid, a 15-year-old that's clever enough to improvise, and somebody who can replicate somebody's voice and say something like, just crazy stuff, and people will believe it. But I mean, I guess the question I'm asking you is like, how much do you think that's going on? Percentage-wise, like half the shit you see, or it's like most of the stuff is fake, true.
I believe, well, they have this technology in place, okay, that can replicate a person's voice and put, your features on someone else, and yeah, it looks like you on TV. As that's there for emergency situations, as far as I believe. So I don't know.
So you
how
don't
many
know what to
emergency
believe.
situations have we had?
We don't know what to believe anymore, but people believe.
There's no real reason to use it unless, let's say, the president was assassinated and they didn't want any civil unrest. They could potentially fake him being alive on TV indefinitely. So I think that's for more of emergency uses only.
Well, yeah, for the but I'm talking about like a 15-year-old kid can like say, hey, let's screw with so and so, let's make something, and they put it out there.
I haven't seen any amateur wise that isn't
pro
immediately recognized.
Oh, really? Okay. All right.
So I don't know.
Let's keep moving on. Last week, and I dread that I watched it. I really get to sit down and watch TV. I really don't have the time. Lately, I've just been so friggin' tired that I said, I want to watch, like, I got this 70-inch friggin' TV that I want to watch it. And I saw this movie called 1984. Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it, yes.
Okay. It's not 1984, okay? I don't understand. It was way over my head. Maybe I'm a simpleton, but it was about being a worker bee falling for the state, and it was kind of like in the future, but yet it looked like way back in the 40s or something, to where you believe or they'll brainwash you and beat you until you believe. Am I kind of incorrect on all this? There's no food. You get water. You just keep on working, and you're working because of socialist type government. Am I on the track or?
Well, yes, and we are beyond 1984 for sure.
Is that where we're going?
We're beyond it.
Okay, we're beyond it.
We were there, and we passed it. Yes, absolutely. But just because we don't live in
bombed
gray
out
cells,
yeah,
and things handed out to us literally through a slot in the door, doesn't mean it's not what it is. Okay, the thing about the takeover, okay, is that it has to look pretty. We have to want it. We have to accept it. We even have to believe it and die for it. Okay? So, like I said, having a revolution would be hard. If you talk revolution to a teenager, he's not going to look up long enough from his cell phone on Facebook to give you a real sincere, listen.
Right.
So that's 1984 for you.
It was just weird. I was losing. I said, am I just stupid enough to not get it? Because everything was bombed out and broken, and there was nothing. They're wearing raggedy, kind of like World War II, or you know what I mean? And it was just, but you and the state, and they knew everything about you. I mean, just total not capitalism, socialism, communist. It just felt like the days of all those years that we found did not work. And we finally rose above it and freed a lot of countries and nations, and now here we are going backwards again.
If you're just now watching that, we need to update you a little bit.
I don't get to watch. I don't watch a lot of stuff. I'm sorry.
Well, we got to get you to watch a movie called Equilibrium.
Equilibrium.
Yes, Equilibrium.
Okay. There's so much out
there. Christian Bale movie.
I thought you said Christian based. Yes.
Christian Bale.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Came out right after The Matrix.
Okay.
So it kind of follows that theme. People were
Equilibrium.
I'm
going to put that on my watch list.
You will love it. It's one of my favorite movies.
I got to keep moving because I'm already now we're going, and I got 4 more minutes. I watched another movie, and I don't want to get into this too much. This is completely off subject, but because it's your perfect thing that we talked about, I watched a movie called Inception. It's about dreams, getting into people's dreams, getting into people's heads. And I immediately thought of you. And I tried to follow it, and it was still way above my head. But is this where we're going? Is that where you're at?
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Here we go. Another hour show, right?
The NSA hates me.
I know.
I'm their number one most wanted.
Get the hell out of
They
here.
hate me because I mastered what's called hypergame theory.
Hyper
And I
what?
put hypergame theory.
Hyper game theory.
Hypergame theory is okay. Let me explain this in the shortest way possible. Okay, you have a maze, okay, and you have rats in the maze, okay. You put cheese in the maze,
That's us.
and you, as an observer or the scientist, you get to put up blocks or traps or open doors. You get to social engineer the rat either to the cheese or to its death.
Okay.
That's what the secret secret spy agencies use.
Yes.
Okay, they use it mostly to assassinate people, to kill people. How many important people find themselves dead in an important car accident?
Hanging.
You know,
Hanging themselves.
you know, yeah,
Epstein.
things like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I mastered hypergame theory because I put a hypergame theory inside their hypergame theory, and I literally give them choices what to do here and there, and they keep making the wrong choices, and they keep getting punished for it.
How do you figure it out?
Oh, well, I data mine the hell out of the NSA. I know everything about them. I know they don't have any secrets.
Get the hell
Not
out
for
of here.
me. I know everything that they're about. Covert technology and all.
That's another show.
Yeah. So yeah, they hate like that.
Okay. Time out.
Inception.
I mean, okay, I just wanted to bring that up because we're going to talk about that someday down the road because that was a deep-ass movie. Just putting yourself to sleep and going into dreams within a dream. Now, I've had a dream within a dream. It was so real and vivid, but that's a whole other story. But the thing is, I thought of you right away. I don't know. Everything is drawing me into this weird direction lately, and I don't know why. So I brought that up. I got one more thing, and this is going to be a little bit lighthearted, and then I'm going to have to let you go as much as I don't want to because I can't do another 3-hour show. It's just we're going to have to pick it up. I want people to be able to watch the whole thing. Kanye West he finally registered to be a presidential candidate with the birthday party. He wants to make sure that if you vote for him, it'll help take votes away from Biden Harris. What do you feel? I know. But I mean, is he going to be doing more harm than good, or is he going to be doing more good because there's people enough that will believe in him to vote for him just for the goof?
Kanye is a sociopath. He would actually make a great politician.
Yeah, because he believes in his own bullshit. But I don't know if anybody else is gonna. He's just not that serious.
Kanye is sort of he's
a
wild
genius.
card. I think he's a wild card element. He's a stunt unto himself.
And he's made money from it. A lot of money. Let me tell you something. I was here in riding. He drives a Lamborghini SUV, and he was next to me at an off ramp here in Calabasas. He's got a bodyguard that drives the exact same car, so they ride together. It's like this kind of shit. And I knew it was him because he lives in the neighborhood over there. But the thing is, the man's made a lot of money. I give him that much, but it just based on it, he believes so much in his own bullshit. Talented, I'm not so sure, but he's managed to work what he's got really, really big. And here he is once again. If he wasn't on stage with that guy. What's the hell's his name? And I don't like him. I'm sorry, and I'm a religious type guy. But in Houston, Schumer? No, not Schumer. Schuler. He's on stage getting religious, and with and the guy's, oh my God, I can't believe I can't think of him right now. Doesn't matter. We'll get back to it. He manages to work the situation to its fullest and get attention. And it's like, why give this man attention? He wouldn't be that good if he didn't allow it. But now he's on the birthday party. Is he going to be stealing votes to hurt Biden, or is it going to just nobody's going to care?
Well, nobody's going to care.
Nobody's going to care.
Nobody's even going to take him seriously. He's doing this just to maintain relevancy.
To stay in the focus. Yeah, you do crazy shit. Madonna, Elton John, give him credit, but Elton John and Madonna actually, I feel they had talent. Elton John especially, but and Madonna. But they always stepped out of the line. That was the problem with me. I stayed in the line, but I had
value.
Yeah, I guess.
Shock value. I can't tell you how much the shock value works.
Yeah, see, that's my downfall. I don't want to. I don't want to go there.
I like shock value.
Robert Schuller, thank you, Gwen. Robert Schuller. He's got a mega church. He fills an arena, and it's like, I'm sorry, it's so phony to me. I don't feel it.
When you have shock value, that's the truth.
Oh, thank you, Glenn.
Then that's what I'm talking about. That's where it's at.
America, USA, strong.
I've had, I was taunted by these damn feds. Don't talk about this. Everybody's gonna think you're crazy. Everybody's gonna laugh at you. Everybody's gonna think you're crazy. But in reality, the thing is, when I talk to people, they're like, oh, yeah, I've experienced that. Or, yes, I definitely know somebody that's experienced that. And it's like, I create a bit of a community everywhere I go, whenever I open my mouth. So, these people have doing all the little dividing, okay, and having people locked in their jail cell up here, can't talk about their experiences, because they're too worried about what other people think. They might lose their job. They might, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, I get it.
And people, I had no such prison. I open my mouth and I start unlocking those cells of other people. And so, gaining momentum. And I'll shock you with the truth. Shock therapy.
but it's what you believe. But trying to tell somebody this and trying the Crystal Cathedral, but no, not Robert Schuller. It wasn't Robert Schuller. Robert Schuller, no, the young guy over there in Texas, Gwen. I'm sorry, I'm getting they're texting as they're talking, but not Robert Schuller. Robert Schuller was an old man. This is the young guy over in Texas with the. Oh God, it's going to drive me nuts, and the show's going to be over. Okay, listen. Here's the deal. I get what you're saying, but the thing is, who's going to say, well, I'm going to believe you, versus what they see every single day is being plowed down their throat, and I get it. And again, we're out of, God bless it, man. This is an endless show with you.
Again, shock value with the truth. It does the job. When you hear the truth, you have the intuition. It's inherent. You know it. Now, whether you want to, a few seconds later, build up a defense, a denial service in your head, that's up to you later on.
Yes.
But you know the truth when you hear it.
Time out. Joe Olstein. Thank you, Michelle. Joe Olstein. That guy. You saw Kanye. He was over there, right?
You want to talk about mind control?
Oh, exactly. Okay, I'm sorry. Total bullshit. I'm sorry. And you know what? What pisses me off the most? It's total bullshit in the name of the Lord. And if you're a believer or not, I'm sorry. I'm like I said, I'm old school Greek Orthodox. The Greeks they don't change, they don't falter. But I don't go thumping the Bible, but I'm telling you, that is just bad. I don't get him, but apparently a bunch of people do. And it just, he lives in this gazillion mansion, and in the name of the Lord, thank you. I was having a senior moment.
You know, give up all your belongings.
Yes.
Give me the last dollar in your account.
Because
you'll come
blessed. Yeah, God bless you.
Just like.
But this is what's happening with our country.
The Pope sits on a golden throne.
The Vatican's got
literally made out of gold. The scepter's made out of gold.
Yeah.
But he's to minister to these poor countries.
I know.
We're supposed to give up our last cents.
No, they go get more countries so they can get more money. The more, they're building the congregation. Look, again, I can go on and on. Now I'm getting raw. Okay, thank you, Michelle. Joel, I couldn't figure it, but that is my number one bullshit Christian bullshit report. I'm sorry. And
I have to agree with you.
Yeah, and you know what? And I keep saying I'm sorry, and a friend of mine kept saying, "Stop saying you're sorry." I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry, and this is what's going to happen here. We're out of time. I got to stop. But I called you the other day asking you to come on my show, and you just said, "Yeah, man, no problem," and I love you for it. We are not done. You know that, right?
Of course not.
No,
I'm going to have you join my network. You're going to be my neck of the woods. We're going to be talking more and more and more. I can't wait to get a hold of Pepsi again. I've been too busy.
Pepsi, yeah. In fact, Pepsi's been. And I've been so busy right now, and he's not here in L.A. And he keeps sending me all these texts, even since we talked, about other things. And I could go on Pepsi. I'm friggin' busy right now. Just talk bullshit. But Pepsi and I go way back, so it's an understandable thing. We just live this life. But I can't wait to get a hold of Pepsi either, because I need him back on my show, because he kind of balances out to lighten things up a little bit. But there's right now, with this whole election thing, I never in a million years thought I'd be carrying. When I first started my stuff, I said, there's two things I'm not going to talk about: religion and politics. And I can't help it. And so all of us, it's gotten that detrimental to me. And I don't expect to change anybody. And I'm just trying to enlighten. And some people are going to say, "Oh, you're so friggin' full of shit, Peter," whatever. I'm making no apologies. I'm just voicing some things out there, and people can take it with a grain of salt. And that's why I wanted to bring you in, and I appreciate it. Even though you told me you don't want to talk politics, you know how important this is.
Politics and religion are two things that nobody can get ahead with. Why?
Right. Because
they're two institutions that are of falsehoods. You can't get anywhere.
I know.
Falsehoods.
Look, the way it was put to me about 12 years ago, I heard this somebody say to me, they said, Jesus has been trying to get everybody for 2,000 years, and he still hasn't gotten everybody. So I appreciate you being on my show. We are definitely not even scratching the surface on where we're going to be in the future. Who knows? I just take it. I could wake up day by day, and again, I was telling you that I'm so strapped because we are at the edge of being. Somebody was telling. Who was it? Just tonight, somebody was saying, "You know what? Since you've started doing the video, it's really great. This and that. It's just one more straw on the camel's back to break the camel's back, because it's a lot. You see the struggles. You and I. I had you. I didn't have you. I had you. I didn't have you. Audio. This and that. It takes manpower." Manpower
it
equals
takes manpower. Yeah. It takes a little knowledge of your tools.
You have to have people. You can't. It started off simple, and I tried to keep it that way. But now I had to conform.
I'm still training staff myself.
Okay, I know.
Some members I've had for a couple of years, 2 or 3 years already.
Okay,
still training.
Well,
yes,
training. Look, I have brilliant people at my fingertips. I just can't afford them right now, because again, it's all about production, and money is, everybody's got to make a living. I mean, I've had so many people bend over backwards for me, and once I let you go, I'm going to talk about that, because I feel I have the Rainbow Coalition that works for me. I really do. And if anybody's going to tell me I'm a freaking racist, and nobody has, But the thing is, I'm getting, I don't think Kamala Harris is black and all this kind of crap. It's like, I don't give a shit. I really don't, because I'm the farthest from anything. I want to make jokes about things, and I don't care if I offend you about them, because I don't take anything seriously. It's called a joke, and I love everybody. But I have the craziest handful of people that work for me, and believe me, it's the odd bunch, but they're talented. And that's all that matters. They're talented and they're good people. And I'm all about good people. Unfortunately, it's an evil world we're living in. Anything you want to say before you go?
Well, I want to thank you for having me back on your show, Eugene.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure and an honor.
Always.
And, I want to open my studio. Then your listeners would like to contact me. Studio phone number is 202-57. I'm sorry.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way.
202-567-5715. Okay. And email truepharmacy@gmail.com. And please watch my documentaries, guys.
Oh, yeah. Tell them real quick about your documentaries. Real quick.
I usually don't plug the YouTube. I usually plug the Facebook. But this time, I'm going to plug the YouTube, since there's fewer views there. I've already reached about 100,000 people on Facebook, but on YouTube, only a few thousand with my documentaries. So, the Truthtainment TV on YouTube. Just go there. There's a playlist from all my TV shows. You can watch everything.
When they find you on YouTube, where do they got to go?
Truthtainment.
Truthtainment.
Truthtainment TV Network.
Truthtainment TV Network on YouTube, people.
Yes.
You got documentaries on
Mind control.
Mind control.
Covert technology. Secret societies.
Right. Things people want to turn their heads about and not
Right.
believe that it's actually happening. All right.
Right.
All right. Truthtainment.
Truthtainment.
YouTube.
Absolutely. And be looking out for us for TLB TV as well. Again, call us, give us support, and tell Peter G that he better be ready to get on our network as well. Other than that,
tell Peter G. Yeah, I'll tell him. That's what I'm going to tell him. Tell Peter G he needs to sleep a little bit.
well,
Seriously.
yeah, there you go.
Sleep is good.
I'm actually going to get back to sleep myself.
I don't listen, brother. I don't blame you, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for. It wasn't easy. I don't know what I would say if somebody's telling me to get up at 3 a.m. Actually, I'd do it too, but because we believe. But thank you, and we'll talk again. Life is evolving, but right now I'm in this screw. We're in a mess of shit right now. I mean, this mudslinging, it's just starting. And between the COVID and people, California's just starting to lighten up. My daughter doesn't get to go to school. It's just driving me nuts. Kids don't get to go to school. The bullshit is just way deep. We're drowning in it, and I've had enough. I'm mad as hell, and I'm not going to take it anymore. You know what I mean?
There you go.
What was that movie?
The network.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. That was a long time ago. All right.
74, 78, 74.
All right, go crawl back in bed. And again, I appreciate you trying to work it from home and all that, just to be on my little old show. And everybody else is saying thank you right now. And again, this show.
Well, one more thing.
Yeah.
For your listeners.
Yeah.
I always finish off my show saying, in the land of surveillance, the man with the third eye is king. So educate yourselves.
Yes.
That's my advice.
Okay, let's do it. In the land of surveillance, the man with the third eye is king. So educate yourself. The only reason I'm repeating it is because I want to make sure they hear it. Okay? And I'm talking through the AKG 414, and I want to make sure that they can feel it. So it's all good. All right.
There you go.
Hey, listen. Again, from across the pond, it's not the pond, actually, across the ocean, I appreciate you very much. And I don't know. I don't know who to thank. Actually, Agatha, I guess, sought me out. I don't know.
Yes,
Yeah.
she does some booking.
Yeah. So she
Absolutely.
sought me out, which is how we are here again right now. And so props to her, because obviously we wouldn't be here again if it wasn't for that. And I felt bad because I had your direct number, and I'm going, should I be calling her or should I be doing, it's like all for one and one for all,
Oh,
right?
Peter, you can call me anytime you like.
All right. But again, all for one and one for all. We are, I've learned a couple of things. I'm still working on it, but that's one of them. Okay, so again, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, the infamous V from the Red Pill Hardcore Show on the Republic Broadcasting Network. You can look him up. You can listen to his shows. You're on 4 days a week live, and then the fifth day on Friday is a repeat, correct?
Correct.
Talking
Or
about
I'll do a special.
what you said. Okay, but you're talking about things that most people want to bury their heads in the sand that exist, so you might want to educate yourself. All right, and we'll figure out this thing in the future. Again, we get, it's not over, but we got lots to talk about, obviously, right?
Absolutely.
All right, God bless it. I'm just blowing through time, and because again, I don't have anybody sitting here going, "Get off the air." It's terrible. It's terrible, but I love it. God, I thank God for every day I wake up. So here we are. All right,
Well,
man.
we'll do this again.
All
We'll do
right.
this again. Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you. I'll see you later. All right. Peace out. Peace out. Look at that. It's the first time we froze now. We're freezing. Holy moly. That's the name of the show. That's a different show, but I couldn't help it. You know why? I'll tell you why. Because my show started 8 minutes late today. Because for some reason, Facebook would not catch. Facebook would not sign me on live. I went nuts trying to get on. It happened to me last week, too. But here we are, and I thank you. And this is what I want to talk about now. Hang on. Before I started, I had all this planned. Give away a few more America Strong USA wristbands. I want to give them away. All you have to do is go to 818-259-7983, which I don't have it up right now. Trump, that's right. Trump 2020. I want to make a difference. I just believe... again, there's going to be a lot of people going, screw you, you're nuts. The man's a devil. Pick your poison. Educate. I didn't say he's the answer to the world, but I don't want to be in a capitalist, socialist... and it won't be us. It'll be your children. I have a child. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. I gotta quit saying that. I'm not sorry. I just want us to all get along, all right? I love each and... because this is a problem. I have lots of people that I love very much, and they have different beliefs, and I get it, but it's all going to blow over. In the meantime, I want to tell you about americastrongusa.org, which I should have done at the beginning of the show, but since the show started 8 minutes late, I didn't get to do it. These guys are growing. They are trying to keep us united, especially when they're supporting our first responders, our healthcare workers, and yeah, I know. Quit saying I'm sorry. I know. It's just I'm not really sorry, but I mean I apologize for pissing you off. Not you that believe in me, but for those who don't. I just want us to all love. I really do. I really do. Again, I talk about Ringo Starr, peace and love, peace and love. It's a big deal. AmericaStrongUSA.org. They're growing. It was a wristband challenge about anybody who calls 818-259-7983 number. If you leave me your name, your address, and your email address, I will send you a wristband, or they will send you a wristband. We will send you a wristband. I want people to go and get a couple. Go to AmericaStrongUSA.org, buy a few wristbands, give them to somebody you believe in, your first responders. People have nurse friends, people who are nurses, firefighters, our law enforcement, first responders. It's a big deal. And I apologize because I had PJ Strantz was one of the main men of this whole thing, was on watching this show early this evening, but it's 3 hours ahead over there. on the East Coast, and I wanted to open up the show with this, and everything just bit me in the ass once again. But here's the good deal. It may have bit me in the ass, but I got plenty of ass left. I don't back down. I don't slow down. I just keep on going. Because I believe that we are going to get through all this, and we are going to love again, and life's going to be okay. Right now, if we, as V said, conquer and divide, that's what the evil plan is. Separate us, and piss everybody off, have everybody working against everybody, and we're all going to lose to the evil. It's just an evil plan. And you think, how can people do something like that? Well, they can. They can. It's all about power. This land, this country belongs to us. People have died over it time and time again and still are giving their lives over America, land of the free. America, land of the free. If you think that calling somebody, being more, it's not what's not accepted because of words we say is going to fix things, it's not. Sometimes you got to be a hard ass and stand your ground. So, again, there's people who are looking at me and going, "Oh, you're screwed." Biden, Harris, they've shown me nothing through the years. Again, I'm not saying Trump is some beautiful being. But it's a necessary evil, if you want to put it that way. I just believe that at least he's not buying in to the old ass way that all these people have been getting paid for years. Fact checker. A lot of people keep getting... Michelle, you're watching tonight, huh, girl? Yeah, a lot of people post, and they keep getting their posts taken down, she says. Either way, use your head. Stop thinking that the theatrical show... I can tell you, I could have kissed your ass like there's no tomorrow. I'm not that good of an ass kisser. Anybody who knows me, I smile a lot. I really do. I always do. I just like it. I'm a big goof. But if I'm not happy, I don't smile. Till next week. Next week, we're going to talk about the who knows what the hell's going to happen next week. I can't even imagine. It's going to be a shit show. Because they believe in what they believe, and the Democratic Party believes in what they believe, and Biden didn't say a bad word. He didn't even mention Trump. It's like they're telling him what to say. The man has no friggin' words of his own. Stop it. Stop believing the bullshit. They're called writers. It's like Hollywood. Trump, good or bad, that man, I'm sure he's reading a speech because he's trying to read a speech, but he's a loose cannon. But at least you know what you got. At least I know I got a guy who may bark a little too quickly, but he's drained the swamp. I truly believe I'm tired of the old-ass politics. But Pelosi, you got to go. You got to go. Go drink some at some other bar, not the Congress bar, for $80 gazillion million. It's just been a country club. It's a cushy country club. Yeah, I guess this is my rant right now. I'm sick of it. I still have plenty of good years left in me, and I want to live them, and I want to know my daughter's going to grow up to be and have somewhat of a chance. Country club. They've been making gazillion dollars. Spread the word, people. I can only ask you to pass this on. All right? Let me tell you, and again, I'm going to tell you another thing. Stop with they put together this whole, Harris, and she's black. She's not black. I'm sorry. Stop buying into this bullshit. They pieced it together. It looks good. Looks good. But there's nothing behind it. And I'm farthest from the racist. Big Money Marv, one of my right-hand man. Whenever I have, I'm delusional and I need grounding, I go to Big Money Marv. Black. Black as can be. He's my closest of the sanity right here into this show. He's not around much because he's busy. He's way bigger than I am. That's why I call him Big Money Marv. Love the man to death because he's my voice of reason. He keeps me grounded in this show. Pepsi? What color is Stoner? But I go to him too for different things. He's what color is a puppet? Kind of pale? Edward, my man on the street. Gay as gay can be. I love him because he brings something to the table. My producer, Ty. I don't know what side of the fence he's on, but currently, I mean, he lights up the LGBT, MOUSE, you know what I mean? But they're talented people. I didn't have them because of their origin or this and that. I have them because they're good people. I like them. And they're talented. That's what I do. I got this smorgasbord of, and again, they come and go because right now with COVID, I don't use, but when needed, and that's the whole premise behind my whole thing. I don't care what the hell you are. So long as you're not an asshole, if you're talented, I don't care what color you are, what race you are, what preference you have, this and that. So long as you're talented and you're a decent person and you want to contribute, can keep you on this team, I'll have you. I'm no perfect being by any means. I've got a lot of loose ends. I'm learning to this day. But I love each and every one of you, especially my fans who sit and silently watch this show. Holy crap, another hour and a half show. Next week, I gotta stop. But you guys I get it riled up. I do. I'm here because I'm here for not only for me, I'm here for you. Some way, shape, or form. My divorce and single parenting and surviving and all that, it's gonna come back around. Right now we're in just troubled times. I'm sick of the divided waters. I really am. With people that we love. My neighbors who believe in this, and I believe in that. But doesn't mean I don't love you. And it's all going to pass. It's all going to pass. Next week, Bob Paff from Bob Paff, Baltimore talk show host. He came on a month ago, and we're going to do this every last Sunday of the month. Not third, every last Sunday of the month. He's going to come on my show, and we're doing a thing called East Meets West. Bob Paff, radio talk show host from Baltimore, going to come on and talk to me just like V did tonight. So next week we're going to probably be talking a lot about the Republican National Convention because that's what's going to be going on all week long while you're glued to your sets, watching that, either going what an asshole or God I love him. Okay? Either way, that's what we're doing. Check out the reruns. Gotta go. Make sure you do watch parties. If you care anything about this show, you're going to support by doing reruns, sharing, and watch parties. I thank Bolt Energy for allowing me to be here because, believe me, it takes a lot even in our little old way. Bolt Energy, electrify your senses. Can't find Bolt Energy? Go to www.drinkboltenergy. Ask them where you can find it. We're growing. Tastes great, too. No preservatives. And again, if you want to keep this country strong, we're going to go AmericaStrongUSA.org. Go to their website. Support. Can't say it enough. There's going to be things coming down the pipe, and we're going to talk about that too. But again, everything went crazy tonight. And here I am once again with an hour and a half show that should be an hour. But I love you all, and that's life. And, you can turn it on and turn it off whenever you want. All right? Watch parties. Just know that one way or another, I love you guys. All right? Have a great week. Watch the shows, the rebroadcasts, share them. I know it's late on a Sunday night and most people can't hang. So that's how everything regurgitates. Oh, quick. Sharon Tay last week. God bless her. So easy to talk to her. And she was easy on the eyes, too. LA newscaster. Loved her to death. Talked to her after the show in the middle of the week, and maybe someday I could have her sitting next to me, but I want to thank her for being so cool to be on my little old show. Send Michelle a wrist. Michelle, send me your address. So thank you, Gwen. Love you. Michelle, because she's been right there. Michelle, text me your address with your email address, and we're going to send you a wristband for being so cool tonight and responding so much, all right? To 818-259-7983. It's on... Where am I? Sorry. I'm on the wrong one. Woohoo! Can't even figure out what the hell I'm doing. And then we're going to let it go, okay? Let it go. I don't have people, I'm telling you right now, because we had to let everything go to the wayside thanks to COVID. 818-259-7983, Michelle. Text your address and your name, full name, which I know what it is anyway, but and your email address, and let us send you a wristband for being beautiful. Okay? Love you guys. That's it. What time is it? 10:02. An hour. Well, actually, that's not true because I'm 8 minutes behind, so it's going to be about an hour and a half show. Until I get some Valerie Howery sent her a wrist. Valerie Howery too. I know. Let me tell you, Valerie and I go way back, and she's all of a sudden come back into my life and supporting, but she didn't have to. Just because we're friends didn't mean shit, right? And Valerie, send me your address. I have a feeling you had somebody that kind of already chimed in. We'll talk during the middle of the week, Gwen. Wednesdays and Thursdays are my most open days. But we got big things coming down the pipe with America Strong USA. I'm excited because I'm watching how quickly things are escalating. Can't say it enough. And I'm right here doing it in my little old show, americastrongusa.org. This is going to help us. Let's band together, all right? Wristband together. Love you guys. From little old me, right here at the Peter G Show, Life of Peter G, right here on Facebook every Sunday night, 8:30 Pacific, 10:30 Central, 11:30 on the East Coast. All I can say is God bless America. And I mean that. I love everybody. I want us to all stop this bullshit. Stop letting people get people riled up and destroying our country. Burning people's businesses down. What the hell is the matter with people? It's sad. I'm fortunate. I'm so fortunate. I'm in an area and to where life is kind of stable. But, you know, it still sucks. We're still all fighting this fight. Rich, poor, I don't give a shit. Just be a good person. All right? Be a decent human being. Stop condemning. Stop believing everything you see, everything you read. We just live in a time where things are not right. Love you all. Let's go home. Taking it home right now. Take me home. All right? Peace out. Y'all rock. I'll see you next Sunday. Don't forget, like and share, subscribe.
Peter G Show. Peter G Show. Peter G Show. Peter G Show. Divorced dad. Single dad. Divorced dad. Single dad. Peter G Show.